morning. It is another beautiful holiday morning, another walk. Wanted to let you know about some assignments coming up. So for December 24th, you'll be submitting your resume. You need to work with your peer review team. You don't have to submit anything to the assignment today. So you submit the draft of your resume, make sure your peers can get it, and then you will download their draft and review it. And then you'll submit that, and you will submit your final version of your resume after you make revisions based on your peers' comments on the day that that's due. So today the draft is due. Next period, which is December 26th, the peer review is due, and then the next day the final revision is due. So it's a process. You draft, you get a review, you revise, you resubmit the final version. Also, you're starting your conventions assignments. The assignments 1 and 2 are basically the same. All I'm asking you to do is to find your 3 articles and then take those 3 articles and write out the complete citations as if you were citing those articles in your paper. So all you need is 3 citations, okay? You don't need to write down every citation in the entire paper or anything like that. You are citing that particular paper. So don't do more than you need to. You will have 3 citations for assignment 2. And then for the rest of them, the idea is that you are gathering data and then analyzing the data. So the data comes from the articles. So you're going to look at the headings and the titles. You're going to gather data on the headings. You're going to write them out. Only the major ones. You don't need to go into every subheading. Sometimes there'll be 20-something headings. And you want to see what format they're following. So a standard paper you're going to learn follows an introduction, methodology, results and discussion, conclusion format. For your papers, you want to see, what is it following? Is it following something similar? Maybe they call it numerical methods instead of methodology. Maybe they call it something different. But you want to analyze it to see what they're doing. So for the titles one, you're doing the same thing. You're looking at the titles to see how many words are in the titles, how they're writing titles. And then you'll analyze the title. So you're gathering data, the titles of the 3 articles. That's your data. You're going to analyze it, look at how many prepositions they're using, et cetera, et cetera. And then you're going to describe how to write a title. How long should a title be? Well, you now have data. You have analyzed titles. What do citations look like? Well, you have these 3 articles. You've looked up the citation system in your major. So if you're electrical engineering, you're going to look up IEEE, IEEE citation system. Or go to a citation manager and put it on IEEE. So the idea for all these assignments is you gather data and then you analyze it and describe what you should do. And I state that as, what would a first-year student do? But that's just so you write it in a way that anyone can understand, and you're giving real advice. Go into detail here. Try to give as much help as you can to your future self, so that when you have to write the title for a report, you know exactly what it should look like. When you have to write headings for your report, you know exactly what it should look like. You're also going to be looking at the TED Talk critique, TED Talk presentation. There's more videos about that. All right, good luck. Happy holidays.